the people of Babylon and around the world know what Revelation 13 is all about. Giving all praises to YAHAWASHI, HASHAM, Kakwadash. And I'm going to read an article, and I'll leave the link in the description box. It says why some Americans resist the stab and jab vaccinations, and then it says, mark of the animal. Try to not say certain words. Some in U.S. Religious circles link the stab and jab vaccination to the, I'll say, anti-type. It says some U.S. religious circles link the stab and jab vaccination to the anti-type. Reluctant to, and I said this many years ago when we were teaching on this particular subject. I said you have a lot of people in the Bible Belt, Middle America, the Midwest, and you have a lot of people, whether they're Edomites or look like Edomites, but they're actually Israelites. I'll give you an example of someone that looks like an Edomite, but is most likely an Israelite. Caleb Plant, which is ready to fight this guy, Canelo. He looks just, as a matter of fact, both of them look like Edomites. Both of them look like Edomites. And I believe that both of them are Jakes. And I believe he's originally, I'm talking about Caleb Plant, he's originally from Tennessee, which is Bible, that's considered part of the Bible Belt. Down south, deep in the south, the Appalachia, places like Texas, Tennessee, Middle America. And they're, deep into scriptures. There's churches all over the place, a lot of born-againers. So they believe the same thing that we teach and believe. And so this is a big community of Babylonians. The main reason why they won't take it is because they believe that what the scriptures say in Revelation 13, which this juicy juice is not that. Now, do you need that to get the charagma? I don't know. You have to wait and see. But people have been recently coming on the comment sections of our videos and saying that this is the Revelation 13 charagma. Now we know that it's not, because it says that everyone will receive a charagma. This thing right here, the juicy juice, is a series. We're finding out it's a series of you got to take more than one. So we know that that's not it. It says here, the juicy juice vaccination have been scientifically proved to save lives, but for a select group of Babylonians in the religious realm, and like I said, that's the Bible Belt would look like Edomites, but a lot of them are Jake. You know, they go back to Irish and Scottish backgrounds. It says a more important matter is at stake: eternal salvation. So they're in their churches, unlike you hammerhead Negroes in the Negro church, the Baptist, the Methodist. Y'all don't know what the hell is going on. But some of you are beginning to wake up. I wonder what Pastor Geno Jennings thinks about the Revelation 13. It says, as the Delta variant of the thing spreads, many Babylonians resist the vaccination, the juicy juice. Some citing the uncertainty of a long-term side effect, others lacking trust in the medical field. You know, we're in a time like now. You had this guy, Ari Spears, the comedian. He got a show with a so-called Jew, and he had the young guy, man. I forget his name. He's part of the NOI, the young guy. And he's against it, which is good for him. He should come full circle and find out that these are Israelites. And let me say this as a side note. All these people that you see on YouTube, they all know about the whole Israelite thing. Anytime they talk about so-called spiritual things, the Israelites, the one Westers, come up. Whether it be GMS, IUIC, ICPK. You know, it's in your face. Like it says in the Song of Moses, which is not, what is that, Exodus 15? It's Deuteronomy 32, and then that precept, it says that something to the effect that this doctrine shall drop as rain. Now, when it rains, it covers everything. You know? If you're in a house and you got the windows down, you don't hear the rain, you're sleeping, you get up, and there's no more rain, you know that it just rained maybe 15 minutes ago, an hour ago, because it covers everything. So that's how this doctrine is. It says as the D variant of the thing spreads, many Babylonians resist the stabbing jab or the juicy juice, some citing the uncertainty of long-term side effects, others lacking trust in the medical field. They don't trust what's going on. And if you check out these alternative to YouTube, you have ban that video, and I've been telling the Akim at the closing of the camp, you got to watch ban that video with Alex Jones, and you also have to go to Odyssey, which I have an account. I haven't put. I might have put 5 videos up. I got to put more videos up there because they haven't been messing with me with the YouTube. But Odyssey is just like YouTube, but you can say what you want to say as of right now. Now you got BitChute, which they're beginning to take down videos. I have an account with it, but I don't deal with the BitChute. The BitChute is basically going the way of the YouTube. Anyway, it says Babylonians resist the stab and jab, juicy juice. Some citing the uncertainty of long-term side effects. Others lacking trust in the medical field. Some vaccinations resistors have been galvanized by the idea that the juicy juice is the mark, is the charagma. The charagma of the beast in the New Testament, or the New Testament's book of Apocalyptos, signals an allegiance to the devil or those who reject the Most High. So like I said, you got a lot of Bible Belt people that are not gonna take it because they equate it with the charagma, Apocalyptos 13. Or should I say 13? Studies show that any conflict between religion and science are not about facts. They are more about values and morals, said John Evans, a professor of sociology and religious studies at the University of California, San Diego. What does Apocalyptos say? The apocalyptic biblical term comes from Apocalyptos 13, 16 to 18. You can really start at 15. Well, 16 to 18 is good. You can read that. According to the Apostle John in the New International Version Bible, a pair of beasts will rule the earth with cruelty. Their evil reach, which can be interpreted as hidden manipulation. Yeah, manipulation, deception, because they're deceiving you to taking it. Will require all people who engage in commerce. What's been happening with the juicy juice? You can't go into certain markets, you can't go to the gym, you can't go to restaurants in certain cities. And like I said, the juicy juice is a prelude to the charagma, who engage in commerce to where the charagma, the Apostle John did not identify what the charagma looks like. Now, when you look up the word mark, that goes back to the word charagma, the Greek word charagma. The Greek word charagma is outside of any of the chapters of Revelation. It's in the book of Acts. And the word charagma there, it translates into, the Apostle Paul said, you cannot, I'm merely paraphrasing, you cannot compare the Most High to gold and silver and wood, which someone engraves, a face or a writing. So the word charagma really means to engrave. And that's also in the blue letter. If you go to Apocalyptos 13, you read 16 verse in particular, it tells you, they break it down. So the people at the blue letter, they know what this is all about. It said the Apostle John did not identify what the. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He saw people getting stabbed and jabbed, and he wrote it down. And then in the 14th chapter, it says this is what's going to happen to you if you do get the stab and jab. And I'm talking about the charagma. See, if you take the stab and jab, you take a series of stab and jab, you're going to take the charagma. It said John did not identify what the charagma looks like, although some theologians translate scripture to associate the number 666 with it. So you got a lot of Edomites out there that equate Apocalyptos 13 to the same thing we equate it to. It said Pastor Darren Wood of First Baptist Church in Midland, Texas, wrote an op-ed in August for the Midland Reporter, a telegram that said, one of my church members posed an honest question, Pastor, now this is a Baptist church, so I'm assuming I can do the research. I'm assuming that this is a predominantly black church. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Bear with me for a minute. And I'm not showing you. Let's see what happens here. Boom. Okay, let me get some images up here. Oh, it's an Edomite. It's an Edomite. I knew it wasn't a Jake. Jake ain't smart enough to get that deep into the scriptures. It's an Edomite. Or is it? Yeah, keep showing this Edomite guy. So he's that pastor. Now where in the hell? Okay, I'm back. It says Pastor Darren Wood, which is an Edomite, or appears to be an Edomite, of First Baptist Church in Midland, Texas, wrote an op-ed in August for a Midland Reporter telegram that said, one of my church family posed an honest question. Pastor, is the juicy juice, the charagma, and Apocalyptos 13? I've been told it is. Their question was an honest and heartfelt one, and clearly they were anguished about it. In kindness, I answered no. Now, why do you think he said no? You can give me the answer in the comment section. And thought little more about it until the question came again and again. Ooh, I didn't notice. Ooh, I got to read this again. Pastor Darren Wood of First Baptist Church in Midland, Texas, which is an Edomite or appears to be an Edomite, wrote an op-ed, and they've been watching us. Like I said before, these Christians, they get their prophetic game up by watching the GMS videos. Remember, GMS has gone global in 2008, 2009. This gospel shall be preached throughout the whole world or published, and then the end shall come. So this one Western thing has gone global. It says one of my church family posed an honest question, Pastor. Will show you that this pastor don't know what's going on, and I would think that he was trained in the theological cemetery. So basically, all he's doing is regurgitating the crap that he learned from the theological cemetery. It says it is the juicy juice, the charagma. I've been told it is. Their question was an honest and heartfelt one, and clearly they were anguished about it. In kindness, I answered no, and thought little more about it, like he was hoping that it goes away, until the question came again and again and again. The children of this world are wiser than the children of light. I'm reading further on. It says there's no indication that the juicy juice matches the charagma described in the Apostle John's book. I've been sent numerous articles and videos. So these parishioners have been sending articles, and I bet you videos too, to this pastor that suggests the juicy juice represents a conspiracy of government control, or that the juicy juice contains some sort of a marking agent to indelibly identify those foolish enough to receive the vaccination. It's just not reasonable or logical to presume such a wide conspiracy is even possible. The question then arises as to why this wide mistrust in medical treatment has come. Former President Trump tapped into American populism with that comes the disbelief of experts, Evan told today. Okay, let me read this. I'm almost at the end. It said Peter Feeman, a top Republican National Committee official in Florida, said last month that the juicy juice are the charagma. So this guy Peter Feeman, a top Republican National Committee official in Florida, he's saying that the juicy juice is the charagma. And I would venture to say that more Republicans believe that this thing goes hand in hand with Apocalyptos 13, comparable to a false god. In May, in the month of May, Feeman wrote on his blog of Governor Gretchen's Whitmer encouraging Maxine. This is the governor, the woman governor of Michigan. It says Governor Gretchen Whitman encouraging juicy juice in Michigan. Diabolical Michigan Governor Whitmer wants her citizens, excuse me, I'm mumbling a little bit, excuse me, citizens to get the charagma to participate in society. You cannot buy or sell. Remember, like I said, this is the forerunner of the charagma. According to Evans studies, the majority of Charagma believers, and this is Evans. Let me come back. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me for a minute. I lost my place. I lost my place. Okay. According to Evans studies, the majority of the Charagma believers appear to be politically conservative, like I said, Republican, and from Protestant Christian backgrounds. People with spiritual beliefs that all things are influenced by religion are more likely to believe the Charagma, which is in every Christian Bible, but people will focus on particular passages in the Bible to support their belief system, Evans said. In the book of Psalm 64, it speaks about people fleeing. It says their tongue falling upon themselves and people fleeing. I'm merely paraphrasing. I'm not going to go to it. If somebody likes to put it in the description box, they can. It says, what do U.S. religious leaders say? Harvard Christian Fellowship pastor Greg Laurie said, and I already know if it's a Harvard Christian Fellowship pastor, meaning that's a what do you call that? Theological cemetery. So they're trained. They don't receive the truth of the Most High. They're trained as to what to say. They're talking monkeys. It says Greg Laurie said the juicy juice are not the Charagma, but many Christians may believe they are, thinking the world is in what the Bible calls the last days. The Bible speaks of someone identified as the antitype, which they go off on that, and he will require people have a Charagma that people will receive to buy and sell. Laurie told USA Today. This guy Laurie is an establishment religious Christian guy. The vaccination of any vaccines have nothing to do with any of this. Yeah, because he was paid. That's why Yohanan said what he had to say, because he's an insider. Laurie, who has been juiced up, said the Charagma will be a pledge of loyalty to the antitype, and no one would take the Charagma unknowingly. Bill Gates of hell. Bill Gates calls the juicy juice conspiracies crazy and evil. In Revelation 14, we learn that those who take the Charagma are doomed, he said. The Most High will not doom people for taking something unwittingly. Oh yes, they will if they're deceived. That's why they're going to deceive them. And then there's no excuse, because we here been putting up videos, and you know what? We got to do more videos on the Charagma so that people can get it. Repetition is the what's the saying? a massive skill, or whatever it is. Apostle Gabar says that all the time. A misrepresentation of Apocalyptos 13, 16 to 18 can stem from social media. Right, we're part of the social media, where people can spread unreliable information according to Laurie. Sometimes these statements are packaged to look like biblical prophecy. Oh, they put a nice package on it. He said, "This, like I said, Laurie is an insider, but they are false and misapplied because many people do not understand what the Bible actually says." And that's something that Vocab would say. Whenever we tell Vocab something about the scriptures, oh, that doesn't mean that. Oh, that's not how you say the Most High's name, because he's a trained monkey. He's a trained monkey. There's a big article. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. I'm going to leave the link in the description box.